I just got the notification that I am live, so I think I am. Just make sure everything is okay real quick. Alright. So, how you guys doing? I'm just going to be developing a lobby for a new game real quick. Got some root beer right here too, so it's pretty cool. Vanilla flavored too. Alright. Let's get down to business. So, I'm making a new game. This game has absolutely nothing to do with the prior game, before it, that I've recently been streaming. So I'm just going to make a new one that is actually more based on a zombie concept. So I'm going to not show development GUI so that way I can work a little bit more freely in the workspace here. And let's go and make a script. So this is going to be the script that handles all of our player-related data. And we're going to name it player added. Just very easy to notice that, like, if you look at all the stuff like main GUI, rooms, room scroll, example room, it's really easy to tell like what does what, and it's best to like keep everything that way, if you know what I'm saying. So local ds equals game dot data store, or I guess I should use get service, data store service. And then from here we're going to find a particular storage. We're going to name this storage player data 1 or O1. So that way we can like update it if we need to, and when we update it we can kind of like close out the other ones. But I know it sounds kind of bad to like delete other people's data or whatever, but hopefully we won't have to. This is just in case we have to when we add something else. I'm gonna move this over a little bit. I know this is a little hard to see, so I'm gonna move that over. Let's see, what else? Yes. So I'm going to go into server storage. I'm going to make a new folder. I'm going to name this folder player storage. Make a new int value. And we're going to name that example storage. There we go. And we're just going to put everything we need to put in here. So like experience, the level, we're going to have like prestige in the game, so I want to keep the example storage at probably the prestige. Or, yeah, that'll work. So we have the experience, the level, and let's see, string value. We're going to make that the starting weapon, because we're going to make it so that people can change like whatever starting weapon that they want to pick. And this is a good way to do it, is just to have it like select something inside of here. Right, bool value has KT. Actually, let's make that KT carbine, so that way we can actually directly route it to the thing in the server storage that we're gonna put. So we're gonna put the weapons into its own file in a storage, and then what we can do is we can just take the value of the starting weapon, make sure the player actually possesses that starting weapon, and then it can be sent to the player. Or like a few other things that we may or may not have accounted for. That also helps with that. So that's great, because we can just place the name as the string has, and then the name of the weapon. Fairly easy. So that way we can just add weapons whenever. Okay. Game.players.player added connect function player. There we go. And then local not PSW equals instance, or not that, but game.server storage .player storage .example storage clone. Local not local yet. ps.name equals player.name parent equals game players server storage player storage. There we go. All right. And now that we have that, we'll make the local key equals player dot user ID, and then local user data equals storage get a sync key. If user data, then, so that way it loads the person's user data. But so the way we're probably going to do it is we're going to have two strings, one for the name of the actual attribute, and then the value of the attribute. So that way we don't have to like input it every time we create a new one. We can just go straight from like partially having it to so we can just go straight to creating it, if that makes sense. We don't really have to worry about putting it into the table or anything. It just puts it in for us. Goodness me. My thing keeps telling me that like the stream's cutting out and stuff. Is it? Because like I can't tell. So basically this takes all of the things in the first table of the user data and okay, hold on. local IQ, which for me means in question, equals user data I. User data 1 I. Local OIQ, which means other in question, means user data 2 I. So that way, this is going to be the name, and this is going to be the value. So, PS, find first child, IQ, and we're going to make that local value changed. And then keep forgetting the equal. Let's see. I'm going to put else down here. So value changed dot value equals OIQ. There we go. And that should account for all of these so that it I'm gonna just set that to KT Carbine, so that's the genuine like starting one. Level's gonna be 1. Example storage is gonna be set to 0 because they haven't prestiged yet, or at least they shouldn't have. Let's see. Am I forgetting anything? Oh, right. So I'm gonna put the I'm gonna make like different trees, but the way it's not gonna work like a tree. It's gonna be like more like a linear upgrade thing. So like you're gonna need to get the previous upgrade before you get the other upgrade. So I'm just gonna change it to numbers, so that way we can just go ahead with that linear thing. Anyway, so like let's say Trickster, which is like mainly gonna be the one that's like using traps or like has a certain percent chance to get something 50% off. Excuse me. So they have like a few special abilities, and then the other is going to be Tank, which, you know, they can reduce damage taken or increase their health or, you know, a multitude of things. Improve damage with shotguns, improve points earned with shotguns, you know. Like tanks are going to mainly be weaponizing shotguns, while tricksters are going to be more weaponizing like pistols and SMGs and the KT Carbine, which is going to be the starting weapon. And then this third one, let's make it survivalist. And basically what this one is it's just like your ammo supply, the you know, supplemental perks that you get to help you survive. So really good one. All right. Else, if a player has not played the game before, we're going to save that for later. And then inside this script, we're going to put in a bindable event, and we're going to name it saving. put a script inside of it. And then take this stuff, copy it over. Game.players.player removing. Connect function player. There we go. So we're going to take that and actually it'd probably be best to like put this, copy it, put it in here, and then script dot saving fire and PS, or rather, yeah. And then we're gonna take this and now we'll just make it fire. Player.name. And then PS, or we'll do wait 6. PS destroy. There we go. Just in case like there's something I'm not accounting for. Or game.server storage. The player storage. Find first child. Player.name. Destroy. There we go. So that way it gives this script enough time to execute. And then we're gonna take this script.parent.event connect function player. And then oops. We're gonna copy this key here. Put it right here. So that way that ensures that they're the same key. Local PS equals game dot server storage dot player storage find first child player.name. What else am I missing? Let's see. Ah, right. Storage set, or hold on. Goodness. Okay. For I equals 1 number PS get children do or local PS children equals PS get children. All right. Number PS children. Okay. So what am I missing? Nothing. Okay. So local hold on. Yeah, that's what I'm missing. Okay. Local table 1 equals nothing. Local table 2 equals nothing. And then table 1 I equals, and then table 2 I equals. And then we're going to take the local IQ, or in question, as I like to put it again. And then equals PS children I. So it takes the IQ.name and the IQ.value. So when it takes those values, it will, hold on, let me make a, where is it? Okay, yeah, player storage, example storage. We're gonna duplicate level and we're gonna make that prestige. There, prestige 0, because they're not prestiged at all. Speaking of which, we probably need to make these attributes 0 as well. Make sure everything is right real quick. All right. So then it's going to say storage set async key tables, and then we're going to make local tables equals table 1. Hold on, that's also going to be a table, which is going to be table 1 and table 2 combined. So that way I'm only transferring one value, because that's one of the limitations to data storage. You can send one value, but you can send a rather immense value as well. So as you can see, we've kind of gone full circle here. Because this retrieves values where it takes the name of the in question and logs it in this table from this table, and then the value in this one. So it finds the name of the value and then changes the value to the value it was before. So that way we can just keep adding stuff to this, and we don't need to like put it into the table like, hey, this is a new thing. But I think that's decent. So we got a good saving system here. Next up is going to be the what do they call it? The lobby system. So I'm going to insert a model. And I'm gonna make a part. I'm gonna extrude this a little bit up. It just occurred to me that I don't have moveset, and I'm gonna put that as 1, so that way it's perfectly equal, and I don't need to worry about that. We're gonna make this a little bit flat, and we're gonna duplicate it. Make that a cylinder. What we're going for here is more of like a tombstone type deal. Just occurred to me I don't have rotation set either. Making newbie mistakes. move by 0.5, and then we're going to take that down half stud. All right. There we go. And then that's a sort of kind of okay little tombstone thing we've got going on. But I'm gonna put these two together if I can find the function for that up here somewhere. There we go. So it's unioned. I'm gonna find the surface GUI. We're gonna put a text label on. Hey, look, it is the front. You always want to check that to make sure, because sometimes when you put things together, it just kind of like wonkifies the C-frame. I totally made up that word. And we're just going to put this as RIP. And then 1 by 0.2. We're going to text scale it, make it RIP. And we can kind of scroll up, go to antique. Maybe that'll work. So that way when you spawn in, it's just kind of there, and we can kind of like put it off at an angle like this, and then the player can kind of select what they want on the tombstone. I think that'd be pretty cool. So text button, solo, and set the background to 0, and position to 0.2. There we go. Size is going to be 1 and 0.1. Let's see, that would be good right there. Gonna make a part. We're gonna name this C-frame part. This is just pretty much gonna be a placeholder for where our camera is going to be. So in this run command situation down here, you probably won't be able to see it. Let me double check. Yeah, you won't be able to see it. But I can just simply put like workspace dot C-frame part dot C-frame equals workspace dot camera dot C-frame. There we go. See, so now it's the same C-frame as what my camera was at. So I've basically, got the exact angle that I wanted on there. Now I can just move around and do whatever, and that's still there. But just to make sure that something's a little bit different with it, I'm going to make it like color green, and then I'm going to change its transparency to like 0.6. So that way we like know that it's not exactly like a part of whatever's going on. Because I'm working with someone else on the game, and I don't really want them to get confused with anything. So this right here, I'm going to change the font to sci-fi. No, not sci-fi. Let's make it Creepster. Why not? And we're gonna make it, when someone selects it, we'll probably make it like red or something with like a black outline. That might work. Yeah, red with a black outline, but right now we're not really concerned with that, so we'll just make it pure black. And we're gonna make the text Solo. All caps. At this angle, it might be a little hard to read what it says, so we can make the text bigger by doing this real quick. Where is it? 0.15. And then I'm gonna double check by going into the exact same C-frame. Oops. It broke on me. Does this thing not situate right? Hold on. Particle emitter. And then we're going to see if this is the front or not. Because if it isn't, that balls up all of my stuff. But that's fine though. Yeah, see, that is the front. So I'm fine. We'll be okay. Yeah, that'll be alright. But yeah, it looks good. We're not gonna have a lot of options. We're just gonna have 3. So solo, public. Why is that all caps? Why did I just do that? And then public is going to be all caps too. And then shop. And then we're going to actually shift that because like you're not going into the game. Probably cartoon will work. Can't believe I said cartoon will work. Does look really nice on the bottom though. We could probably take this union. I'm actually change this model to the lobby. Lobby 1. Let's just name it that. And then like maybe put this at an angle as well. I mean, it was already hard to see, but I'm going to insert another part in here. Take this right here. That works. And then kind of grayish grass. Here we go. And there will be some rubble behind it, so, you know, whatever. But it'll be very scenic. It won't be like the way you see it now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into Starter GUI, and I'm going to make a local script. And this local script is going to be like, I'm setting the C-frame of this here camera to this, basically. But local camera, local camera equals workspace dot camera. Simple enough. Now it's been a while since I've done anything like this, so I'm going to look at the camera type. I'm going to make the camera type fixed. Camera dot camera type, not child added, equals fixed, or what is it, enum dot camera type dot fixed. And then up here we're gonna go back to the locals, and we're gonna be like local, what is it, rs equals game get service. I'm trying to remember, is it render service or one second, I gotta remember what it means. I'm gonna do some research actually. Yeah, it's run service. That's what it was. And then rs.render stepped. Or is it rs render? Yeah, it is dot render step. What am I doing? Connect function. So this plays every time the thing steps, or like every time a frame loads. Camera dot, actually, inside of this as well, inside of this camera script, I'm going to call it, I'm going to put in an int value. Actually, let's make it an object value. And we're going to name that camera selected, or C-frame selected, or yeah, no, camera selected. And we're going to take C-frame part, and we're going to name it, C-frame part 1. Going to go to new game, make sure it's C-frame part 1, because we're going to have like different parts of the that people are going to be able to go through. Anchor that. Make sure that's anchored. Make sure this is anchored. Okay. So C-frame part 1 anchored, cannot collide. Sure. Okay. So am I missing anything? Okay, no. Local camera selected equals game dot script dot camera selected dot value. Camera dot C-frame equals camera selected dot C-frame. Really simple, not too hard, I don't think. And then we're gonna just set this camera selected value to this little boy right here. And then that should work. Just double check my code here. All right. Yeah, see, there we go. That's perfect. Oh, sorry, Plasma. I didn't see that. What I meant by putting your name on stuff was like when you put your name on your models, it makes it harder for me to like put it into code. That's the specific thing. I actually have to like put the table finders, and I actually have to like, how do I put it? So, I'm gonna actually disable this GUI. But like when you put the main GUI and you named it like whatever, Plasma whatever. Sorry if that's all caps, whatever. But like when you do that and I want to find it, then I have to like, when I put in like a local script or whatever, I have to be like, script.parent. Or like, I have to do this thing and, you know, main GUI, that whole thing. Oops. Okay. I'm gonna enable that again, make sure. Yeah, I mean, it looks fine. I like the dark version more. It is much more ambient. Thank you for enabling API services. I totally forgot about that. But we got a decent thing here. I might need to rotate it a little bit to maybe the right, so that way we can get a little bit more of a scenic thing going on here. Let's say 5 degrees. Is it because I anchored it? Okay. 5 degrees, does that work? It's a little bit of a difference, not noticeable though. Let's take that, 2, 3. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. So that way there's a little bit of a selection going on. We can get a little bit more of a background. That's fantastic. But like Plasma, if you want to make it so that the camera tweens, you can do that. I'm not really much of a fan of when that happens, but you can do that if you want to. Marble, does that look good on a gravestone? Well, I mean, like most gravestones are like granite or marble, right? Like I don't think these kinds are marble because like you're usually like the flat or the mounds. Well, the flats would be like metal, but the mounds would be marble. But this isn't a mound. So it'd probably be like granite. But that's way too dark. I can't lighten it up. So let's not make it granite, let's make it slate. Slate, that's perfect. There we go. I'm actually gonna save. You have no idea how to do what? But that looks pretty good. I like it. So let's try to fill up as much of this as we can with grass, not glass, and rubble. So that way, we can make it look more flush. If that makes sense. Out here. And then out here. And then we can actually, to make it look a little better, I'm gonna extend this. We can set the fog end to probably like 600. Make it black, or not blackish, but like that. Sound cool? Sorry if that messed up whatever you were doing, Plasma. But that makes it a little bit more. Yeah, see, there we go. You can't even see like the edges of the grass anymore. We could probably get away with a little bit less of a fog end. Yeah. Actually, if you want to... All right. You can try to put that rubble directly under the gravestone. I'm not really sure if it'll be that visible, but we can try it. Know what I'm saying? Let's get this dummy out of here. Like right there. That'll work. All right, let's see here. Yep, that's great. It's perfect. Yeah, it looks really good. I like it. But we're gonna duplicate this, and I'm gonna put like, I'm gonna move this. Why do I have constraints on? Here we go. We're gonna name this other gravestone. And we're just gonna keep the RIP there, right? So that way it still looks pretty good. There we go. I don't know. Plasma, how do you feel about adding like other gravestones so that way it like fits into a graveyard setting, or maybe the gravestone right here is just something cool that makes it look like closer to the supposed enemy? It's good to you? All right. So wait, which one do you like get rid of the other gravestone if you don't want that there. Like if you don't want like lines of them. We should add more gravestones to make it like a graveyard type deal. Okay. We're gonna make that 6 studs. And we're gonna group these and we're gonna call them supplementary gravestones. Sup gravestones. There we go. Take this one, duplicate, and move it there. So 12 looks like the magic number for that. And we can put some ajar. So that way, like, it looks like the graves were disturbed or something. Yeah, there we go. So I think I'm just going to take these. Well, don't ajar them yet. At least too much. Because I'm making rows of them. So that way we can just change them a little bit. If we need to. Alright, now you can do whatever you want to the front row. Alright. I'm going to see how it looks right now. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. I think we could get away with a few other things. Alright. While you're jarring the graves, I'm going to make another building. I'm gonna name it what are those buildings in like tombs? Was it? I'm gonna call it Tomb 1 in case we want to make another one. But oops. It didn't mess up what we were trying to do, did it? No, it didn't. Okay. So we're going to move that back here. And then we're going to change this back to 1 from 12 because that's messing up my groove. Make that slate. Not sand. Slate. And then anchor it. King Clyde's going to be on, though that doesn't matter. Boop. And oops. Make that, like, it's not going to really be used for anything. It's just going to look pretty. So, whatever. I'm going to make that a little lighter. And we're going to make that our marble. Sounds great. And then put another piece up on here. We're going to take wedge part. We're going to I want to take you over here. Make sure you're flush. I think that's flush. Anchor is true. And then up 1, 2, 3. That ought to work. And then duplicate. We're going to mirror it. Make that back to 15 so that way I don't have to keep track of it all. There we go. All right. And then insert another part up there and put that on top of this. There we go. And take this, duplicate it, and then put this down here. Put that in a little bit, up, and then change this part to kind of a blacker color. Take these, make that a negative part, take this part, weld these together, or whatever. Not what I meant to do. I mean, I was hoping it would darken it up a little bit, but wishful thinking. Worst case, take this, put it down here, bring that up. .6, make that slate, or no, 0.4, make it slate. Or sand. Hey, what's up, Noah? And then we're gonna take this. Oops, I forgot to deselect that. We probably shouldn't have extruded it that much out of the back. This and this. Make that kind of a black color. Smoky gray. Same thing with this. Smoky gray. Change it to probably wood. There we go. Now it has a nice little texture to it. It's just like obviously not wood because it's black, but it has kind of an accent to it. It should still be visible, right? Let's change this over to right here. There we go. Put it a little bit more in frame. Oops. It was in frame until I moved it. Okay. There we go. Now it looks a little bit more full. Let's give it a little bit more ambient, and make this point light. Call it point light 1. it's going to be invisible. Rather, let's make it 0.6. And so that way it's obvious it's a point light, but I'm gonna make a point light here. All right. Probably dim it a little bit. And shadows. There we go. All right. It's kind of visible, but let's make that yellow or orange. There we go. Nice little light here. So here we have like a really, like, this is mind-blowingly nice. I like it. We have a really, really nice, like, selecting lobby here. What else? Concatenating stream with, okay. Oops. Didn't see that coming. I don't think there's a problem with it though. Maybe we can change this to a spheroid or ball, whatever they call it. There we go. Hey Plasma, do you want to play the game real quick and let me know what you think of the, you know, camera angle and stuff? Great work on the rubble, by the way. I like it. It's not supposed to look pretty, man. Let's see. On this gravestone menu, Surface GUI, I'm gonna go to the Surface GUI, put in a local script, and local children equals script.parent get children for IV in pairs do, and then children. So that way we got like something running for everything. V dot mouse enter connect function, and then v dot mouse leave connect function. There. So when the mouse enters, I'm going to make it so that the okay, making sure text color v dot text color 3 equals color 3 from RGB. We're gonna make that 25500 because I prefer from RGB personally. I know some people out there may not. If V is a text button, then there we go. Local script made, publish, okay. Let's see what happens. Oops. Did I make them labels by accident? Should be compliant. Is it text button or? Okay. So script.parent.mouse and function print E. There we go. We'll see if that works. And if it does, well, I guess I have to do it individually. If it doesn't, it's got me thinking. All right, it's got me thinking. Okay. I'm gonna call it Gravestone Interact. Workspace dot lobby one dot gravestone menu dot surface because that should be working. Don't know why it doesn't. It says that Surface GUI is not a valid member. Okay. Because I spelled it wrong. Okay. Now we see. Yeah, there we go. That works. Ooh. It's because the parent was located in the workspace, which doesn't make sense because the workspace is actually like the bridge between the client and the server, but I guess it does make sense because technically the creator of the server the creator of the game is the server, so it wouldn't have it in the server. But that looks fantastic. We got something really good going on here. So all that's left to do is make it so that I can select public. So what we're gonna do. Hey Pro, how's it going? V.mouse button one click connect function If be not, yeah, it is a zombie game. It's gonna be really good. I like it so far. It looks amazing. If v.name equals, what was it? Public. Then script parent dot main GUI dot enabled equals true. Yeah, it's a revamp of KEZ2. It's gonna have much better pathfinding because the pathfinding in the old game sucks. The zombies, I'm gonna try something different. They're gonna like come out of the ground and stuff as well. The first map, you're gonna love it. It's so much better than the other maps. Trust me. Or well, it's going to be. The design I have for it right now is pretty good. I can't wait to play it either. I think I'll really actually play that game a lot. Which, I don't really have a choice because it's like my game and whatnot, but I'm going to put 2 surface GUIs on the thing, and one of them's going to have a rip in it. I'm going to call that RIP. And then dot enabled equals false. So that way, if I can get into it, if I select public, this disappears and then this is visible. This is only meant to have like 25 rooms in it. Because I'm not really expecting more than that. But yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a great game. I'm gonna enjoy making it. Speaking of which, Plasma, we should probably work on like an X button for public rooms. Unless, Plasma, do you think like the exit would function better on the tombstone, or do you think it would function better like on the GUI itself? So, like, on the tombstone, you think? On the GUI. Okay. Making sure. So, yeah, we'll just add that, and then, I'll be done making this video, and then, like, probably tomorrow I'll make another video on, like, the, map selection and, room making and whatnot, because when you select public, I also want there to be a selector in public that says to create a room, and it can be like private or public, and private will be visible to your friends, but it won't be visible to anyone else. What's this? You find something cool in here? Okay. Well, anyway, Wait, did you seriously put your hat on your uh little dolly thing? Um. All right. Well, in GUI, I'm gonna enable that real quick, or rather, I'm gonna enable show development GUI, and then that'll be good. Well, I mean, I wasn't going to use a module GUI. I was just going to get everything sorted out in one script anyway. But, I mean, you can do that if you want. Let's see. What is this missing? Any ideas? Like before I close the stream? No? Yeah, I mean, I've been going on for over an hour now. So, like, not sure. All right. Well, I'm gonna end it, and then we'll just stream for another hour tomorrow. All right. Yeah, maybe. Well, I was asking for like ideas on what we're forgetting because so this is what we've got right now. We've just got like the main start GUI done. It's just whatever. We'll work on solo soon as soon as we make like the map selection, and then we'll make and we already have the public thing, and then we'll make the shop after like the entire game is done, where you'll be able to like purchase skills and weapons and whatnot. But right now we have the public done, and you can select whatever rooms. This is just an example room. It's not really anything selectable, but yikes. So I'll see you guys tomorrow in regards to development. Have a great one. If you have any ideas, comment section, Discord server. We're going to. We didn't get around to that this time around. Tomorrow we're gonna work on like map selection and creating rooms. But yeah. I'm gonna end it here. We'll like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend. I don't know. I don't ask enough. It's probably why I only have 115 subscribers, but another reason could be because I don't really post that often. Um, and most of what I post are just development streams and the occasional cringy video. Other than that, I don't really have anything for you. And I guess I'll see you guys later.